Hey everyone, I'm the Pakistani outdoorsman and today we're gonna fish with wake baits. So today I'm fishing with three kinds of lures and we have a guest celebrity, a bit curious. Hey buddy, just here to fish. Not here for your grass or hay. That's my tackle. Hey, shh, hoop, shh, come on, move. Shh. Now, no, come on, no, don't do anything.
One eternity later.
Yeah, that's it. Come on, move on. So today I'm fishing with two different kinds of lures, wake baits and pencil style baits. This specific one is a XPS laser eye wake bait. So these will be the primary ones that I will be showing you in this video. The other kind is a Zero. This is a Zero Spark in Tennessee shad. It has a very nice side to side action, and what it does, half of it is actually inside of the water and half of it stands up top from the surface. And then the third one is a frog colored Zero Spook. This is a full sized one, and this specific one does not have any BBs in it, so it's a silent one. Now the wake baits, they usually dive up to about a foot and a half. Most of the wake baits will stay on the surface of the water. There are some baits that are that do have the capability to dive about a foot and a half, even to 2 feet of water. The weather conditions, it's partially cloudy and there's a heavy wind of about 5 to 7 miles an hour. Not too heavy for some conditions, but definitely heavy for something that I'm throwing today. And with a wake bait, you can actually control the depth at which you're wanting to dive it at. And the way you can do it is by positioning your rod tip. If you position your rod tip upwards, it's going to stay top of the water or very much close to the top of water. But if you're wanting it to dive deeper, just like this, all you have to do is push your rod tip down and it's going to dive down. Just like this. The setup for a wake bait, an ideal setup would be a rod with medium action 7.2 to 7.4. Sometimes people go all the way up to 7.6. In the line, there are two kinds of line that float: monofilament and braid. Right now I have braid on this pole, but the ideal setup would be a 7-2 pole with a 7-1 reel and monofilament on it. And the reason why is that monofilament floats and monofilament has stretch in it. So any kind of lure that is a hard-bodied lure that has treble hooks in it, we prefer to have monofilament because it has that little stretch and it gives you a delay in setting that hook. Because right now, if a fish was to come and bite my wake bait, I'm gonna have to really cautious as to not jerk it too soon, because if I do, I'm going to miss that fish. So the good thing about a wake bait is that it draws the fish up, and you can easily fish a wake bait in super shallow water, anywhere between 4 inches, 6 inches, all the way to 4 to 5 inches. That's when a wake bait really shines. It's really good in drawing fish up, so you could fish it in submerged grass, wood pile, hard structures. And the wake bait really targets the zone, which is oftentimes overlooked at. What I usually do with wake baits is I tend to fan out. I won't cast at the same place twice. And especially in open waters, such as this pond, what I would do is I would try and cast it out as far as I can and then start reeling. And with every cast, until I get my first bite, with every cast I'm going to change the speed of retrieval. The one thing that I am not going to change is the pause. Reel, 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 pause. I had a bite. Got it. Got it. It's a small one, but look at how small this fish is in comparison to the laser eye wake bait. Oh, it's so bad. Oh, there we go. It bit it once, and what I did was I stopped reeling it in so that the fish could key in and know exactly where the lure is. And this goes on to show you guys how fall lures are actually fish finders. You can use them as a fish finder. I do not have a kayak. I do not have any kind of radar or a sonar, but I know exactly which lures to use as a fish finder, and they will tell me where the fish are. My last fish I caught on a spitting image right in that area, and I kept on throwing my wake baits here and there, fanning it out, gave this place a little rest, and once I spent about 10-15 minutes fishing here and there, I went back to the same place, threw my laser eye wake bait, and got him. Now look how small the fish is. Like, you would think that there's absolutely no way this fish would eat something almost half the size of it, but these fish are fearless, let me tell you that. So let's release this fish. I'm going to try and capture this fish as well underwater and see how it goes. A wake bait against a crankbait is, a crankbait usually dives 3 feet, 4 feet, 5 feet, all the way up to 12 and 15 feet. But a wake bait doesn't do that. A wake bait stays just above the hard cover, just so that it doesn't get hung up, and you can fish easily over any kind of color. Let's try our Zara Spooks Spitting Image, which has a really nice side-to-side dog walking action, and this is a Tennessee shad. Let's see what happens. I always try to leave some slack whenever I'm jerking the topwater hard-bodied leg baits, whether it's a Spitting Image or a Zara Spook or really even a frog. So all I'm doing is I cast the lure as far as I can, wait for the ripple waves to go away, and then I pull my rod tip down, then it goes to one side. Reel the slack, pull the rod tip down again. Notice not to reel the slack in too much, otherwise the action won't be as efficient.
Whoa, whoa. Here I come. Oh, here I come. Oh.
You have a fish on the Spitting Image. It was a very long cast, and off in the distance all I saw was some water splashing, and I gave it a delay of about a couple seconds. Monofilament 12 pound that I was using also helped me in it, otherwise this fish would have been gone. You know, I was about to put a swim jig on just to see how things are and experiment with the current weather conditions. You know, I wasn't expecting this much of a wind, but it's pretty heavy, and it's actually my first fish on this kind of lure. So now I know where they are, and that's what fall fishing is about, is to key in on the fish and know where they are, just find where they are. So most of the times you won't even catch any fish on any of your fall lures, whether it's a buzzbait, whether it's a Zara Spook or a wake bait. It's just a matter of finding them. So if you don't catch anything on your fall lures, don't be disappointed. Use them to your advantage. And this is a largemouth bass. Yeah, because it's the tongue that's flat that tells me that it's a largemouth. Otherwise it would have been a Kentucky bass. So guys, this video was all about fishing with wake baits and pencil style baits. I caught one on the Laser Eye XPS wake bait, and the other one I caught was on a Spitting Image Tennessee shad pattern. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, do so now, and if you're already a subscriber, refer your fishing buddies to me and let me teach them how to fish, and more specifically get them outdoors and fish more. Thank you so much. Pakistani Outdoorsman out.